This week on the Road with Mickey, 25 things to do in 2025.
We're on the road with Mickey, we're gonna have some fun. Regardless of the rain or sun, our trip has just begun. So buckle up, let's go. We're about to start the show. And maybe if you like us, you'll see where else we'll go.
Hey everyone, I'm Mike, and she's Sophie,
And she's Brenda.
Hi, everyone.
and he's Grogu, and we are on the road with Mickey. Hey buddy boy, how you doing?
He's good.
This is episode 252 for February 3rd, 2025. We are back after a 1 week hiatus because of life and schedule difficulties.
It's been busy.
It's been super
Little bit.
busy. Yeah. But we are excited to be back. And our feature topic this week is 25 things to do in 2025. This is our annual list. And each year we keep going up by one. So this year we have 25 things that we need to document. And let's see how we do. But first, we have some cheddar from the big cheese. And Brenda, you start us off.
Awesome. Well, recently during the Walt Disney World flag ceremony, Disney honored World War II veteran and retired U.S. Army Colonel William Bill Connolly, who just turned 100 years old. Woo! Check out
Wow.
this young man.
Check him out.
Oh my goodness. He doesn't look a day
Yay.
over 70.
I would love to
No.
know how he lives, like what he eats, what he does, like all of his stuff.
Yeah.
Wow. That is quite an accomplishment.
Yeah.
He looks good. He looks real good.
He
Yeah,
does.
exactly.
He doesn't look frail or, anything. He looks really good.
Exactly.
Suppose that's what Disney will do to you.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Well,
So,
congratulations on your 100th birthday, and that is great that he got to do the flag ceremony. I love that so much.
so do I. I think that's really
Yeah.
cool. We do have some closing dates for some of the things in Muppet Courtyard at Hollywood Studios. So, if you are looking to dine at Mama Melrose's, the last day they are open is May 10th. Muppet Vision 3D and Pizza Rizzo will have their last day of operation on June 7th. After June 7th, they're putting up the walls, covering it all up, and
Mhm.
getting
getting started on Monsters Inc. land.
Yay! I'm looking forward
Wow.
to that though.
Yeah,
I'll have just missed it.
I know.
Oh well, that's fine. Because the 2025 Garden Rocks concert series lineup has just been announced for the Epcot Flower and Garden Festival. Among such headliners are the 50th anniversary of Air Supply, Rick Springfield, Plain White Tees, who is known for their Hey There Delilah song,
Ah,
A
nice.
Flock of Seagulls, and closing out the series on June 1st and 2nd, We the Kingdom.
Nice. Do
Yeah.
you know that all the times I've ridden Guardians of the Galaxy, the most played song on my journeys was I Ran by Flock of Seagulls? I've heard that song more than any other song on there. And I ran so far away.
For me, I think the most played song for my ride-throughs was Congo.
Yeah.
Nice.
Come on,
Yeah.
shake your body, baby, do that Congo. No, you can't hold yourself
Yeah.
any longer. It's
That's
a
right. You
catchy
can't
song. I
stop
like
rock and
it.
roll.
It
Nope.
is. They are all catchy songs.
Yeah.
It's
Love
funny
that ride.
because
Wish you were on it.
I was debating should Brenda talk about the Garden Rocks or should Sophie talk about it? Because I'm like, I half expected Sophie to say, I don't know who Air Supply is. I don't know who Rick Springfield is. I don't know who the fuck, because it's kind of a Brenda and Mike generation
Era,
kind
yeah.
of thing.
You may
Yeah, but
have
we're not even the
raised
same
me.
generation. You're Gen X, right?
Yeah.
And I'm a baby boomer. So
Baby
we're not
boomer.
even the same. Isn't that weird? Because
Okay,
I'm like the
boomer.
last year of baby boomer. I think I'm more Gen X really, but I'm
I don't
considered.
even know what generation I am. I'm somewhere between millennials and Gen Z. There's a micro generation we're calling ourselves zillennials because we have no idea what we are.
You're perfect. So we don't need to be worried about what generation.
Practically perfect in every way.
That's right.
Daddy, you should have named me Mary Poppins.
Yeah. Well,
like Sophie.
that is our fun cheddar from the big cheese. And don't forget, how can you connect with us?
So many
Oh,
different
oh.
ways.
Exactly. On our Facebook page, on our
Mm-hmm.
Facebook group called On the Road with Mickey group, in our YouTube channel at On the Road with Mickey. So if you're watching us, wave back to the camera, to the TV.
Hello.
On our Instagram channel, email us at info@ontheroadwithmickey.com or check us out on the website ontheroadwithmickey.com.
Check it out.
Check us out. Now, that takes us to our feature topic, 25 things to do in 2025. And so we have a list of 25 things that we're going to go over, and I'm going to start us off. Not
Yay.
start us over, start us off. We don't need to start over. I haven't screwed it up yet. Wait a minute. Didn't
So
I just screw it up?
No.
Wait a minute. Okay, good. So we don't need to start it over. We just need to start us off.
Good.
Okay. Well, most of mine are business related. I will preface that. And the first thing I want to see accomplished this year is work towards bringing on a full-time team member for tech solutions.
Fantastic.
I have a part-time guy. He is also known as Sophie's boyfriend.
I wasn't going to say anything, but listen, if you have a lot of contenders, I have one that I would very much recommend for you, Daddy.
Yeah. Any possibility he might want to be full time?
I think so, but it's a matter of doing it in the right way and increasing the hours slowly so I don't overextend anything.
Yeah.
So
Well, that's awesome. That'll be awesome for you. You need the help.
Oh yeah.
That's the goal, is to bring him on full time.
And he needs a boss that will actually treat him right.
Okay, moving on.
Mm-hmm.
Who's going next? I'm not going to list all of mine right at the top because I'm the only one who has them in the notes, but we're going to fill them in, aren't we?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So who's going next?
I'll go next.
All right.
So unlike Daddy's list, most of mine are Disney related, but I figured we can just go ahead and get the business side of things taken care of. Fun fact about me, I do not have my driver's license yet, but I'm working towards that. I know, shocker, the 23-year-old who went off to college did not have the driver's license.
You're safer that way.
I know, but it is becoming a necessity now. And so we're working towards that. And I also have a whole bunch of money saved up. So once I do get that driver's license, I can hopefully put some of that money towards a car. So that is number one on my bucket list. I need a driver's license and I need a car.
Very good goal.
Yeah. All right. Fill it in, Soph.
Got it.
Well, my first one is Disney related too, because most of mine are, well, actually, yeah, most of mine are travel related. A lot are Disney related. I mean, this is my life. But the first one, the first goal is I want to sail on the Disney Treasure this year or next year, 2026. But plan it during 2025. So That is my first goal, is to plan my Disney Treasure cruise that I will take in 2026.
Okay.
All right.
Yep. Easy peasy.
Yeah, that was quick. All right. So, my second one is focusing on my travel business. And I think this is a very attainable goal and something that probably should have been done prior to this year. But I want to streamline my travel business. I want to focus exclusively on Disney destinations and Universal. I think it's, as a travel agent, it's so easy to get caught up on trying to do everything for a client that comes across, and then the next thing you know, you've kind of put yourself in a situation where you don't feel like you ever get anything really accomplished. Um, at least that's how I feel. So I'm going to kind of go back a little bit to my roots, because Disney and Universal, they work, it
Mm-hmm.
works. And so that's kind of what I'm thinking about, is just to focus on that niche, because I have a lot of clients that do that niche. So that's my goal.
That is
Awesome.
a good goal. It makes everything else more attainable.
I think so. I think
Yep.
so.
Streamlining life.
Yeah.
All right, Sophie.
Sophie.
All right. Next on my list, and still focusing on the business side because want to get the stuff, the nitty gritty out of the way before you focus on all the fun stuff. Another thing that I would really like to accomplish this year is getting my passport as well. We had plans for an international vacation in 2026, and I don't have my passport yet. My parents do. So I was thinking, well, was not just thinking, it is kind of a necessity for international trips like this. I need a passport or else I'm not able to leave the US. So we already tried getting the passport. There were some things that prevented me from being able to make that happen, but we're working towards it. We've got the stuff that we need, really. I just need my driver's license, and then that will enable me to get the passport. That's the word I was looking for.
Great.
All right.
That's a good goal too. Getting your
Also, I'm
passport.
sorry if my voice is a little bit icky. I've been drinking water, but I have a tendency to sleep with my mouth open, and I woke up like an hour or something ago, so
You sound great.
Yeah, you sound fine.
okay. Just making sure.
All right, Brenda.
Well, I am going to piggyback on Mike's goal for 2025, because my goal is very similar, streamlining my life. I too am going to be concentrating specifically on Disney and Universal travel. Disney, you know, it's kind of hard. Disney puts us in kind of a weird position sometimes, where people love Disney like us, and I'm selling Walt's Disney is what I'm doing, and it means everything to me. And the way that Disney, and I want everyone out there to hear this, the way that Disney handled their guests during and immediately after COVID was by far the most caring, compassionate, customer focused way in which any vendor handled their clients, in my opinion, by far. And that is the product that I like to focus on.
Hmm.
Universal, I'm happy to sell Universal. I've already, after the COVID experience, probably a lot of people know, I stopped selling sandals and some other things that I felt did not take care of my guests properly. And the older I get, I just want to represent companies that I really like. And so I'm going to be focusing on Disney and Universal exclusively. It's just streamlining our lives. Like, there's your goals change like the older you get, and you don't want to. I don't want to conquer the world. I just want to help people to make memories with their family.
Yeah.
So that's it. I think Mike is
Focus
probably
on the
exactly
simple
along the
things.
same lines. Yeah.
Yeah. I think we do. That's why you're my sister from another mister.
That's right. That's why we're connected.
You know, that is, we didn't get into travel as agents
Right.
to become billionaires. That's not
Yes.
why we do what we do.
Right.
Because I'll tell you, I don't know any billionaires who sell travel.
Right.
But we did it because we knew Disney. We had people asking us, how do you do this? How do you do that? What's the best? And we thought, you know what? Let's see what we can do with it. And
Yeah.
over the years, I mean, this is year 13. No, year 12, year 13, something like that. Coming up on year 13. And Brenda's been there doing Pixie longer than me. And as you just, you help your clients. Your clients aren't just clients. When you're done working with them, in many cases, they're friends, they're family,
That's right.
And that's why we do what we do.
It warms our hearts to see them share that time with their family. That is exactly why we do it.
Yeah.
So
Well,
I think we're going to be happier. I really do. I think this year we're going to be happier doing what we decide to do, whether, no matter what the effect is. So,
yeah. So, number 3 on my list, I'm going scripture here.
oh,
I am going to remember to give thanks for all things. And First Thessalonians 5 verses 16 through 18 are core memories for me. They are core scripture for me. Rejoice always, pray without ceasing, in everything give thanks, for this is the will of Christ Jesus in your life. And that sums it up. You're having a great day, give thanks. You're having a terrible day, give thanks, because God's going to see you through it. You're having a so-so day, give thanks. No matter the circumstance, if you don't understand why something's happened, give thanks anyway.
yeah. A lot of
Yeah.
times it's saving you from something you never will know about.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So that's number 3.
Sounds perfect.
It's who I am.
Sounds perfect.
That is a very honorable goal, Daddy.
Thank you, honey.
All
What's
right.
next on your list?
Next on my list, this is the segue. This is the segue from business to fun.
Transition time. Woo,
Yeah,
woo.
it's a good transition, and I think it's a very attainable goal. I don't see any reason why I shouldn't be able to make this happen. At the beginning of this year, I was talking with my boss. For those of you who don't know, I'm a cake decorator and make some amazing things. If you guys need a cake and you're in the local area, come find me. Gladly will do it. But my boss was telling me, she said, Sophie, when is your next vacation gonna be? And I'm like, I already told you about the vacation in June. Why do you ask? And she's like, because you have 3 weeks of paid time off that you need to use. And I said, 3? So we
should all
went
be so lucky.
online, we checked everything, and sure enough, I have like 300 hours of paid time off. 80 of those are reserved for sick leave, so I can't use those for vacation, but that still leaves me 120 hours that I need to blow through because only 10 days of those 3 weeks is going to roll over into next year.
Oh.
Yeah.
So she's like, take your vacation time because otherwise you're gonna lose it. So I'm like, yes, ma'am, I will gladly take my vacation time.
Twist my arm.
Yep.
And here's a picture of a Sophie in her
Oh,
natural habitat.
Oh, I love that
that
picture.
was my first wedding cake that
Oh,
I
I love
did
it.
officially. I've done a couple of wedding cakes before, but that was the first one that I was trained on. And I was
There's the cake.
so freaked out when I was decorating that. It took me half an hour to do it, and every 5 minutes, the more experienced girls had to take me aside and say, Sophie, it looks beautiful. Calm down.
It
Because I
looks
was freaking out.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh my
Looks
gosh.
beautiful.
Yeah, it looked so good. I'm like, dang, where's my slice?
I know, I want some too.
Daddy, your birthday is coming up.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. You
Right.
will get some cake then.
It's a wedding cake.
And fun fact about that wedding cake as well. The bride came to pick up the cake the day before her wedding because she was going to take it home and then drive it to the venue the day of. Well, unfortunately, there was something going on the road and it forced her to have to brake really hard. She was fine. There was no accidents, but the cake was in the back seat and it
No.
went flying. So
So,
we remade it and we delivered it to the venue for her.
Oh, sweet.
moral of the story, if you're ordering a wedding cake,
Please pay the delivery fee.
pay for the delivery to happen, okay?
Yeah.
Because,
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
yeah.
We
They're
didn't
not cheap. They're
we did not charge her though. We didn't charge her for the replacement.
Oh, that's very sweet.
It
That's
was
wonderful customer service.
yeah, it was a $500 cake though.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway,
Oh my
Anyway,
goodness.
moving on.
so yeah,
Moving on.
use all my paid time off for the year.
Yeah, that
Yep.
sounds like a great plan.
All
Well,
right. Brenda.
I'm going to use some time off in just over 3 months. And I won't be getting paid for it because I don't actually accrue vacation days. But that's okay because I'm finally in like 3 months and a week going to be sailing in Europe to Italy, Greece, and Croatia with my husband, my sister, and my brother-in-law, and my cousin and his wife. And we're going to have a fabulous time on the Celebrity Ascent from Rome back to Rome. And we're also going to do some sightseeing in Rome. And I am beside myself because, people, this is my very first time ever traveling to Europe, as old as I am. And I am so looking forward to it.
I am so excited for
Wow.
you, Brenda. I can't
I
wait.
am,
You know what? I'm even more excited for Butch.
yeah. Well, Butch has been there because he was in the, he was in the Navy. So he's already been to Capri and he's been, he's seen it. I've never seen it, but I think he's mostly going for me. But I'm so excited.
That's a good man who's going for his wife.
Yep. He's excited about it too, though.
Yeah.
He's never been to Croatia and he hasn't been to Greece, so he's going to be seeing, new things, and it's going to be fabulous. Plus, he's never been on Celebrity, even though I have, so I have a one up on him on that. But I'm very excited.
I got to see one of my closest friends recently. Her name's Riley. And we don't see each other often, but when we do, we always have the best times together. And she was showing me some of the pictures that she took while she was spending like a month touring Europe. She went to Switzerland, she went to Greece, she went everywhere.
Nice.
And
That was
holy
graduation
cow.
trip
Yeah,
after she graduated from nursing school.
Very
Yep.
nice.
A very well-earned vacation for her.
Yeah. Well, I am going to continue on my spiritual theme on number 4, and that is that I am celebrating the ways that God has moved in my life because he has opened me up to be able to support so many people over the years. I have my business has increased that I have need for a special billing for some of my ministry partners that I work with. And so I work with them, and since they're ministry nonprofits, they get a special rate because of that. So, and it's all because God has put me in the position to be able to help people with their computers. I mean, and so I'm able to help people, and they're able to help other people, which furthers God's kingdom. So
Yep.
that's that's the way I that's the way I'm thinking, and that's how I'm celebrating that.
Yep. Anything we can do, help other people.
Yeah.
Very good.
Oh, I'm so proud of you, Daddy. You have done so much over the course of the last couple years.
Thank you, honey. Thank you.
And frankly, your business has been alive for what? Almost 10 years now?
Almost 9 years.
Almost 9 years. It's
That's
amazing what
another one
you've
on my
done.
list, though.
I know. I'm sorry. I just wanted to say I'm proud of you.
Well, thank you, honey. I'm proud of you too.
Well, and my
Thank
wheels are
you.
turning because we have a 501c3 that I sit on the board, and I'm thinking, how can Mike help us, Starfish Kenya?
I would love to help if you all need
I mean,
computer
I'm
help.
seriously wondering. I think I'm going to call Pam and see if there's any need for anything like that.
Be happy to help out.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
All
All
right,
right,
my turn
Sophie,
again?
your turn.
And you know what? I've been thinking so much over the course of just this like episode. I've got so many ideas in my head.
Good.
Yeah.
But the biggest one, the one that most people know about, if you watched the last episode, you know what I have planned. We're getting into the fun bits. And this one was a goal for previous years, did not happen in previous years, but this was a solo trip to Disney. I have been wanting to do this since we got back from my 21st birthday trip.
Mm-hmm.
So this is 21, 22, 23. This is like 2 years in the making.
Yeah.
And is finally
3
happening.
almost.
Yeah, almost 3. And it's finally happening. I've already got everything planned out. I got my room booked. I've got my plane tickets. I've got all my tickets. Thanks to Daddy.
Yay.
And I've got a lot of things that I want to do on this trip. And because it's just me, I don't see why I wouldn't be able to do them. So for now, solo trip to Disney.
Nice.
There you
And
go.
I was thinking about the last episode as well. And I was thinking about all the things that we got done. And I realized that none of the things on the list that were for me were marked in green. So I'm a little bit upset about that, which is why I'm sticking to the things that are easily attainable.
Well, making a solo trip isn't that easy. I mean, that's a huge accomplishment for you. I'm really proud of you for that. It's going
I
to be
know.
awesome.
Thank you.
It's going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait to hear all about it in a
Yay.
further episode.
That's
Sophie
right.
Solo Trip Recap.
That's right. It's
Title
gonna be
already
great.
been done. Bam.
Love it. Well, my next one is not a solo trip. It is a trip with my girls, my 2 older girls, Aaliyah and McKinley,
Oh.
and their first ever trip to Disneyland. And we are going to be gone October 10th through 13th. Also going is their mom, who of course wants to be there for their first trip to Disneyland, and my best friend Susan. So it's going to be an all girls fun trip to Disneyland to celebrate the 70th birthday and to celebrate their first trip and to do Oogie Boogie Bash for the first time. So it's going to be all encompassing.
So fun. Make sure that they wear some great costumes.
I know. And you know what? I'm not leaving that up to me, girl, because you know I'm so creative. I'm leaving that up to their mama. Because I just don't have a clue.
Listen, if they need some costumes, I am a huge costume fan. I can gladly
Oh,
lend them
awesome.
some.
That would be
Like
great
you
because
saw.
you know Oogie Boogie is not like Mickey's Not So Scary. It's
Mm-mm.
it's altogether different.
Well, I've never been to
And
Oogie Boogie Bash. I think I would like to, but probably
you would
not gonna
love to
happen.
because of the villain.
Oh
Yeah, it's
yeah,
all villain. So
yeah.
yeah,
I
that's
would like to. Probably not gonna happen this year, but I hope you guys have all the fun.
thank you.
It
I'm really
actually
looking
is
forward
so
to it.
funny. There was this, I'm sure I told you guys about this already, but back last Halloween or something, there were videos of the Oogie Boogie Bash all over TikTok, which I'm a big TikToker. And the one that strikes me the most, there was this group of people and they made their costumes to look like the different trash cans that you can find all around the
Oh
Disney
yeah.
parks. And they went on a scavenger hunt for all the different trash cans, and they would like pull their arms in and duck their
Oh
heads
my
down,
gosh.
and you wouldn't be able to tell the difference between them and the actual trash can. It was
That is
so funny.
hilarious. That is hilarious. I love it.
That is
Well, I
funny.
hope you guys have the best time.
Thank you.
All right. You know what? I'm in a celebration mode. Okay.
Good.
Yeah?
We like to celebrate around here.
I am celebrating my parents. It just hit me. May 1st will be 61 years that my parents have been married.
Goodness.
My
That's longer than
dad,
I've been alive.
I know, my dad turned 85 in January. On the 6th, we celebrated his birthday on the podcast. My mom turns 83 in September. And it just kind of hit me that the fact that they're still with us is a
Yes.
gift, is a
Yes, it is.
gift, a gift, a gift.
It is.
Yes.
And it's sad because I don't think of it in that way sometimes, you know?
Well, you are right now.
So I am right now.
That's
Hmm.
excellent. Yes, that is such a gift that you have both of your parents because a lot of us have lost both of our parents.
Yeah.
And that
Yeah.
is such a gift.
Yeah.
So I'm glad you're focusing on that.
Thank you. All right, Sophie.
All right. And this is something that I want to do while I'm on that solo trip. There are actually two things, but I'll talk about this one first. Um, Everyone knows that I like food, and instead of making the challenge to eat around the world, I'm going to shoot for something a little more attainable because I want all green this year. I want everything to be done.
That sounds good.
Yeah. Um, I want to try a new restaurant at Disney while I'm there. There are plenty of places I have not eaten yet, and I'm a little bit picky, so there are probably a bunch of places that I don't plan on eating. But I think it would be a good idea for me to branch out just once and find a place that I've never been to before. I have the dining plan for the quick service restaurant, so it won't be a reservation or anything, but I do have my eye on this place in Hollywood Studios called not Woody's, Andy's Lunchbox. And I've heard good things about it, so I would like to check it out.
Brenda, you there?
I'm here. I'm thinking because I thought it was Woody's lunchbox.
No, I'm pretty sure it's Andy's.
Well, let's find out.
Yeah.
Andy's
Woody's Lunchbox.
I hope I'm
Lunchbox.
not having one of those moments.
No, it's Woody's Lunchbox,
Okay, I
Sophie.
thought it was Woody's lunchbox, and I
It
got
is
so worried
Woody's
that I was
Lunchbox.
having a thing, and I don't want to have a thing,
No,
so I was paranoid for a second.
no,
But
you're
yes,
right.
I'm
It
so
is
glad.
Woody's Lunchbox. I don't
Okay.
know why. I thought I guess it makes more sense to me that it would be Andy's because Woody's a toy. He does not eat.
And that's kind of why I probably got that shock and awe look, is because I'm ultra sensitive to trying to make sure my memory stays good and that kind of freaks me out.
Yeah.
And that's gonna be good though. That's gonna be great.
Yeah. Other than that, there's also a few places in Epcot that I've never eaten before, so I might try some of those.
Yeah, there's so many places in Epcot. It's like there's so
are.
much variety there.
Epcot really, well, with World Showcase, like,
Yeah.
look at it. And everyone knows that I am a huge sucker for Chinese food, but I've never eaten at the Chinese restaurants in Epcot, except for that little kiosk.
Yep. There's so much good food there. I want to go.
Oh,
Want to go?
my goodness. Well, I will definitely make sure to find all the places that are good for your allergies, okay?
Thank you.
Oh, smoked turkey sandwich. I can see Sophie getting that. Hold the Dijon spread.
Yeah.
Hold the tomato.
Yes, definitely.
Turkey
Hold the
breast,
tomato.
lettuce on a multigrain bread.
I was actually looking more at that 3-cheese grilled cheese, Daddy.
Wow. Melted provolone, cheddar, and American on grilled sourdough bread.
God, that sounds good.
It does sound very good.
You know what would be good too? That barbecue brisket melt. Maybe you should get 2 sandwiches.
Maybe.
Hold the pickles, right? Shredded
When you're
smoked
by yourself,
brisket.
though, it's different.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man.
We'll see.
Sounds
Good eats.
Yeah.
All right, then. Aunt Brenda?
Well, my next one is my annual visit to Walt Disney World in December, of course. And we're again there December 3rd through 10th. Josh, Casey, and Luna are going back with us this year. Very excited about that.
Oh, wow.
So I'm very excited about that. And of course, the candlelight processional, Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party, all the things that come with our December trip. Very, very excited. So we are booked for that. I just got to pay toward it to get it taken care of as the time goes on, just like the Disneyland trip, which is, another thing. But I won't get into that.
All right.
All right. Daddy?
Well, still celebrating. Celebrating all the things that truly matter. My sister Robin, her husband Jim, they are celebrating 40 years of marriage in May.
Nice.
Cindy and I are celebrating 25 years of marriage in August.
Nice.
And Sophie will be 24 this year.
A lot of goodness happening.
Yeah, you want to make sure you realize what really matters in this world,
Yeah.
So that matters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Those are great things happening.
Yeah. All right, Sophie. You got 5. You got more?
Oh, yeah, I got more.
Good.
I've got 2 more that I am absolutely certain. Well, 1 more that I'm absolutely certain, and then another, 2 more after that I want to strive towards.
Okay.
Something I thought went away with COVID was pin trading. It didn't actually go away, but I thought it sort of died down a lot because people weren't so keen on trading pins with each other because who knows where those pins have been. But it turns out that there is, in fact, a thriving community of pin traders still out there. And I got to thinking to myself, you know what? I think that would be a really great thing to start again because when I was a little girl, my dad and I were avid pin traders. huge pin traders. We had our lanyards. We would bring them with us every single time we went to Disney, and there wouldn't be a day or a trip that we wouldn't leave without having some new pin to add to our collection, even if
Nice.
it meant trading one away. And you know what? I think it would be a great idea to dig through the attic, find my pins again, and start that back up. So I have a measurable goal because, again, we're looking for attainable here. So we need to be able to measure the goal. I want to trade 5 pins during my trip.
That is a great
It,
goal.
yep, it's okay if they're with cast members, preferably with other park goers, but I want to trade 5.
I think
Nice.
that's a good idea.
Very good.
Thank you.
That'll be a lot of fun.
Yes.
Bring a little something, something more to your trip. Well, I have one more goal that is travel related in my list, and then I have a few non-travel related, but I just found out about this yesterday. And
You
I
heard
don't
it here
know.
first.
That's right. I don't know if people are going to remember. We've talked about this before with our bucket list trips when we've named like things that are on our bucket list that were like not even on the list, like to-do list, just bucket list. But yesterday I found out that in 2027, Celebrity is going to start river cruising. And
Ooh.
it's going to be bookable in a few months in 2025 for 2027. And I am planning to book one. And I am praying that on a river cruise, I am going to be able to go to Basel and Vienna.
Ooh.
So that is on my 2025 list of to-dos is booking out a 2027 river cruise. And I really pray that it's to Switzerland and Austria. I want to go there so badly.
Yeah.
So that I've put it on my list as a goal because I don't want to forget. And I want to make
Exactly.
sure that I'm constantly being aware of what they're going to offer. I don't even know if they're going to offer those locations yet, but it's on the horizon.
Yeah.
I
That's
really
cool.
like Celebrity, so I think it'll be great.
That's cool. So, next, I think that would be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I think that would be so neat.
Yeah.
Next on my list is, so many of these things I'm celebrating, God put them on my heart to talk about. And Sophie mentioned it a little bit earlier, but it blows my mind that I have been running my own company, Tech Solutions, for 9 years now. Coming in June, it'll be 9 years. So many small businesses fail in the first 5 years
That's right.
that it just speaks to me on how when Cindy and I were talking and I got a push from my friend Harden to start my business, and he's like, I think you've got something that people need your help. And being able to put it in place, to see it grow, and to be able to provide for the family, to be able to help people out, and to put all the focus on God help me do this. That's really what matters. And to celebrate that, it just floors me that this company has been running for almost 9 years now.
Yeah.
So,
And that's another one of those things where you're going through a hard time and you can't see where God's moving. But then when you look back and you see what was actually happening with losing your job and all that timing, the perfect timing, it's like, how can people not believe that the tapestry that runs throughout our lives from God's plan? It's
yeah.
really
Yeah.
amazing. Just
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah. So that's next. That's on my list.
Wonderful.
It's all about celebrating. And
Yeah.
so, it's obviously these are kind of green. I guess if you're being a stickler, you could say, well, green, 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 green. I mean,
Yeah.
the first one's not green yet.
No.
All the other ones are kind of green. So maybe I made it easy on myself. I don't know, but to me it's 25 things that are done or are being done, So
Yeah.
anyway,
Well, you know what, Daddy?
what, honey?
That's just fine because most of my things are going to be green by the end of the year, too.
There you
I
go.
hope mine will too.
Me
Yeah.
too. Yep. I hope all of them are done in green.
Yeah.
So
Because, again, you guys each had a few green things to your name when we did the last episode. All I had was yellows and reds. So maybe I'm just a little bit sour about that, but
Gives
it's
you it gives
okay,
you
honey.
motivation.
it
Yeah.
does.
Yeah.
Well, this one is a stretch, but I think it's doable.
Okay.
Um, this one, I have the solo trip to Disney planned, and that's going to be happening in June. What I think would be a really great idea to do, maybe later in the year, like October, maybe November or something like that. I want to look at Universal Studios,
That'll be good.
specifically Epic Universe. I have seen so much talk about the early access people who have been able to go in and actually film sections of the new park because there are people with early access even though it's not opening until May or something like that. And the Nintendo world. I've not seen anything of the Harry Potter world. I've seen a whole bunch of things of the Nintendo world with the Super Mario and everything. It looks so good.
It
I want
does.
to see it so badly. So I think maybe near the end of the year, an Epic Universe trip might be in order.
That would be super cool.
Ooh,
Yeah, the Super
that would
Mario, I
be.
think is just going to be just like the one in Hollywood.
I've not
The
been to the
the
one
Super
in
Mario.
Hollywood in like over 10 years.
It's really cool. People love it. That whole area, that Epic Universe area is going to be ridiculously awesome.
Yeah, I've seen the concept arts. I've seen all of the stuff. It just looks so good. You've got, apparently, what they're doing is there are gates to each of the different sections, and they are meant to look like portals.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
so
really going to
you've
be
got,
cool.
yeah, and then apparently there's a hotel in the back of the park.
Yeah,
There's
Celestial
two,
Park,
isn't there?
beautiful.
I know
I think
there's
she's
at
talking
least
about
one. The
Helio.
Helios.
Okay.
Yeah, the other two, the Luna, and those are the kind of the value properties in that area. And then
Yeah,
you have to bus to the original two parks. But the Helio, you actually can walk into
the
Celestial Park
park
there, and it
from.
looks amazing.
Yeah, it
That'd be,
does. It looks so cool. Just the concept art and everything. Oh,
yeah, that's a great goal. That's a
yeah,
great
I
goal.
would like to do that.
Yeah, that'd be fantastic.
That is a good goal.
Yeah,
And Daddy, that means more money in your pocket from me.
there you go.
Well, that's
Expanding
not
the
the reason,
business.
but yeah.
That is a great one. Well, I am off travel now after all this
Mm-hmm.
time, and I'm on to just things that mean something to me for one reason or another. But um, May 10th is our next March of Dimes walk that we've been doing. That will be our 10th year. doing the March of Dimes walk here with my son Johnny, his wife Casey, Aaliyah and McKinley. My son Josh also comes, and Casey and Luna come. Kristen used to try to come, but with Ivy, it's too hard. Ivy is severely autistic. She can't like stay in one area, and it's just really hard on Kristen, so she doesn't come. But all of us as a family have been doing this march for 10 years, and it's to honor our grandson Gunnar, who is McKinley's twin, who is our heavenly angel baby. And that is something that means like everything to me. Like every year when we do it, it just means the world to all of us to be able to do that together. So that I'm looking forward to. That is definitely going to be green.
Yes.
But it's one of the things that just makes every year, just a very special time. And we go out to lunch after that, and it's just a wonderful day, and to remember our boy. And yep.
Yeah.
It's a wonderful celebration.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. All right. Well, I have 2 left.
Right.
So the first one is Cindy had given to me a Christmas present of one of 3 options. Go see the Orioles at Camden Yards. Go to a Washington Capitals game, or take a trip down to Florida to see the Orioles in spring training in Sarasota. And so I chose spring training, and I have to get jumping on it, but we are looking to go to spring training February 28th with the game on March 1st and driving back home on March 2nd. So
Yay!
So that is in the plans, and that is one of the things that I want to see accomplished.
That's going to be awesome.
Yeah, I've never been to Sarasota. It's about an hour and a half south of Tampa, which is the area where my grandparents lived. They live just north of Tampa, but it'll be a fun family trip. And so I'm looking forward to that.
Excellent.
So that is in the works.
Yay. Yay.
All right, Sophie, one more?
All right, one more. And this is, I almost changed it at the last second, but then I realized I'd already talked about it a little bit by saying that this one is unattainable. Well, not unattainable, but it's going to be a big stretch. Definitely not going to happen this next trip. Probably won't happen this year. But I've decided I want to do the behind the seats tour.
Oh, fun.
I've never done it before. I love living with the land with all of my heart. And I just think it would be a really cool thing to see it from that different angle. I've never done it before. I don't even know how to go about getting the tour booked. Daddy might have to help me with that.
It's called Ask Your Travel Agent.
That's right.
They book it for you.
Yeah.
60 days in advance.
Yep. Just like booking a dining, honey.
Got it. Well, I don't know if I'm going to do it this trip or not.
Well, we can look at pricing. How about that? And then
That
you decide.
might change my mind.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sounds like
but
a plan.
I do have an honorable mention. I'm going to leave the last thing to do in 2025 to Aunt Brenda, though.
Yeah. Oh. Sophie, Brenda, do you have one more?
I have one more. It's going to sound
and then
bizarre.
I've got the last.
It's going to sound weird, but we sold our home in 2021 to pay off all debt. So we have been debt free for several years. And in January of 2024, I needed to purchase a vehicle. So I purchased a used vehicle that I'm still paying on. And when we went to book our flights for our Europe trip, it was very expensive. And so I incurred debt for those for the rest of what I wasn't able to pay. Like I paid half, incurred debt for the other half. So one of my huge goals for this year is to get all that paid off by December. Like I don't want to carry that into the next year. So getting back to zero debt is huge for me because I'm trying to retire my husband in July of 2026. And I want to make sure everything's taken care of before that so we can work toward that goal. So for people who don't have the need to be debt free, they won't understand, but it's like a huge cloud hanging over me. It keeps me from relaxing. And so that's a lofty goal for this year, but I know I can do it.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
my last one, is to get all this taken care of. So the trip that I'm taking in May will actually be paid by December. Because I cash flowed the cruise, cash flowed part of the flights, but I need to take care of that. So.
All right. That's a great goal.
I'll feel better.
That's a really good. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll have a cake waiting for you once it's accomplished, okay?
Oh my gosh, I'll do it just for that.
Yeah, because when I paid off all my student debt, when I paid off all of that, the first thing I did, literally the night after the night I made that final payment, I was working that night, so I made myself a cake and I put debt free on it, and then I brought it home and made the final payment, and I was like, sweet, now I can eat this cake.
Yes,
Yeah.
that is
I'm trying
wonderful.
to find a picture of it.
It was a sweet little cake.
It was awesome.
That sounds like a plan. And I haven't had cake
there
in
it
so
is.
long.
You found it?
I found it. Let me share it real quick.
Cute.
It was very cute. It's so Sophie, cute.
Aww. When was that? Yep, there it is.
I love it.
That was in May.
Yes, that is such a celebration.
Year? Wow.
It's such a celebration to be free from that monstrous captivity.
Yeah.
May 22nd is the picture date.
Very nice.
All right.
Wow.
Well, one more on my list, and that brings us to number 25.
Yay!
Yep, that brings us to 25.
This year I wasn't certain I was going to be able to make it happen. So but I've had a change of heart and I need to make it happen because it's part of what I do. It's work. And this is travel agent related. Every year Pixie has a convention that they call PixieCon, and this year it is at Disneyland. And my goal is to make it to Disneyland for PixieCon. I had not thought that I was going to be able to make it. I wanted to make sure that I don't stretch thin, but it's a worthy goal and it needs to happen. So I am going to see what I can do to make PixieCon a reality. I've been several years in a row, and I need to continue that. And it's always, to me, it's always a very meaningful time of fellowship as well as learning. So
very good.
I want to make it a reality, and it looks like you're going to be there just before PixieCon.
Yeah, because mine is based on a Friday and Monday holiday from school because my girls now are the age they can't miss school.
Yeah.
So
understood. Totally understand. So that is the last on our list.
Yay!
Way to go, ladies.
All right. I'm looking forward to the year. It's going to be amazing.
Oh.
I'm looking forward to it also. And
I'm so excited.
So that is our feature topic, and it is now time to transition into this
Well, I have
day in
one
Disney
honorable
history.
mention, Daddy.
Oh, well, tell your that makes it 26 though.
No, because it's not official.
Okay, go ahead then.
I want to spend more time with my boyfriend.
Good idea. Yes.
Yeah, I want to spend more time with him. I only get to see him like once a week, and that's when traffic permits. So I want to spend more time with him.
Good idea.
Awesome.
You know what?
Anyway,
You know what? Number one on your list
yeah,
will lead to honorable mention coming to fruition.
you're right. You're right. Okay,
So,
there we go.
anyway,
Anyway, I've said my piece.
okay. So that takes us to this day in Disney history for February 3rd. So, Sophie, take it away.
All right then. Well, this is really just indulgent. Let's be real, because it has nothing to do with what we talked about today, but it has everything to do with arguably one of my favorite movies from this time period, and that would be 1945, February 3rd. It's in Disney's sort of post-war era, and Disney's ninth feature film, The Three Caballeros, featuring four short animated films, is released in the US. Produced as part of the studio's goodwill message for South America, the film stars Donald Duck, who in the course of the film is joined by his old friend Jose Carioca, the cigar-smoking parrot from Saludos Amigos in 1943, representing Brazil, and later from the pistol-packing rooster Panchito Pistoles, representing Mexico. It will earn 2 Academy Award nominations, though after a brief initial run, Walt will pull the film from general release due to bad press reviews. I
And
personally think it is a very good movie. It's very chaotic, it's very episodic, but it's bright, colorful, and fun. And I like it quite a lot.
I do too. And I think it speaks to yet one more example of how the press doesn't always get movies right. Because to me, um, the Grand Fiesta Tour starring the Three Caballeros is the epitome of what the film was, in my opinion. Just
Yeah, pretty
the
much.
chaos of every of them trying to find Donald just kind of brings back the whole movie. So,
Yeah. And
in
what
my
people
opinion,
seem, it's one of those films that makes me think, you know, we're so used to films having sort of a fable aspect to them where they need to have a message for people to learn, like be a good person or friendship is important or anything like that, that we forget that the sole purpose, the original purpose of a movie is simply to entertain.
Yeah.
yeah,
That's what they were created for.
yeah,
And I think that this movie specifically, it's really good at that. And that's really all it needs to be good at, is being entertaining.
yeah. I
Yeah.
agree.
So anyway,
Good
that's my
history.
history.
Thank you,
Great
Sophie.
history, Sophie.
Thank you.
All right. Are you ready?
Stump the Soph.
I was
Stump the
born
Soph, stump the
ready.
Soph, stump the Soph. Here we go.
Good luck.
Thank you. I'll
That
try.
girl is amazing.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Okay. This character is a designer.
A designer. I have an idea, but I've learned that saying my idea immediately tends to make it wrong.
Okay. This character is vain.
Still fits. Still fits.
Okay. This character, one of their favorite words is darling.
Okay, now actually there are two that it could be. At first I was thinking, well, actually no, Cruella de Vil isn't a Pixar character, so it has to be
That's what screwed me
Edna
up.
Mode.
It has to be Edna Mode, and you are absolutely correct.
Yay! I thought of
And
Cruella too, and I thought that can't be it. So who is it? I don't know.
and the interesting thing is,
Mm,
your great grandmother,
was named Edna.
and so was Brenda's mom was Edna,
Yep.
right?
That's right.
So the fourth clue would have been this character's name has family and other family importance or something like
Yep.
that.
Oh, I love Nana.
Yeah.
That was my
Very
Nana.
good.
Well, did you know that Edna Mode demands, okay, demands
Mm-hmm.
to be the exclusive super suit designer for The Incredibles from now until the end of time.
There
I
you
did
go.
know that.
Yeah, I figured you did.
Yay,
Did
Sophie!
you know that Edna Mode has both German and Japanese heritage?
No.
I did not know that.
Nope. Did not know.
Well, now you do.
I'll tell you
Yep.
another bit of Edna history.
Mm-hmm.
Edna Frances was Roy O. Disney's wife, and my mother's name is Edna Frances.
Well,
Your
dang. Roy's
your
long
mom was
lost
married to
daughter.
Roy Disney?
No.
Oh, come on, Aunt Brenda.
No,
Embrace your family history.
there's so many connections to Disney and things throughout my life. That's just one of them. Edna Frances and Edna Frances. It's just one
I
of them.
love it. I love it. Well, great job as always. Sophie is now
Of course.
Thank
3
you.
for
And
3 for the year.
Yay!
lo and behold, Daddy, I had thought Edna Mode originally, so I don't know why I doubted myself, because I was like, that has to be Edna Mode. Who else could it possibly be? And then I psyched myself out, so I could have guessed it with the first clue.
Well, I think I like how you don't guess it on the first clue because it's kind of cool to get all the clues
Yeah,
in. You know?
you're right.
So
You're right.
it kind of makes the segment a little bit better.
You're right. Okay.
I like it.
Even though we totally expect you're going to get it every week.
Exactly.
It is what it is. But it's fun anyway.
Yeah,
And
watch the wheels
what's fun
turning.
is if anyone's watching when we get to this point of the show and then they're like guessing along before you guess. That would be
Yeah.
fun to hear. So listeners, if you are guessing along, tell us how you're doing, leave us a comment, But in any event, that takes us to Miss Brenda and a little bit of Walt.
A little bit of Walt. There are fashions in reading, even in thinking. You don't have to follow them unless you want to. On the other hand, watch out. Don't stick too closely to your favorite subject. That would keep you from adventuring into other fields. It's silly to build a wall around your interests.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is. Don't pigeonhole yourself.
That's right.
Mm-mm.
Adventure is waiting.
Yeah, adventure is out there.
And he knew all
Wow.
about it.
Well, that wraps us up for this week. What a great episode. I liked this episode.
I like this episode too.
And we hope that everyone listening has a great week ahead, that you had a great start to January was a great month, and that February is an even better month because someone has a birthday.
That's
and it's
right.
really important to remember birthdays.
That's right.
If you're having a great week, put a smile on your face so people know it. And if you're having a rough week, maybe someone will share a smile with you and your week will be better. And if you see someone a little down and out, give them a smile, see if you can help them. Remember, share a smile. But
Great advice.
next week, we are going to delve into the nitty-gritty of Disney's free dining offer. And we are going...
Are they still offering that?
Yes, they are.
Okay.
And the question is, should I book it?
Maybe,
I
maybe
think
not.
so.
Maybe, maybe not. So we're going to go over that some next week, and we hope to have some good concrete answers for you. But until then, I'm Mike. That's Sophie. She's Brenda. And he's Grogu. He says, free dining, I'm all in.
Ultimate unlimited frog legs.
And we will
See
you
you
on
on
the
the road.
road. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.